Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. I hope everyone has been enjoying their weekend. It is the long weekend here in Canada. I do apologize for the very late episode. I do realize that most of the time I try to get an episode out, and unfortunately I didn't get an episode out after the match on Friday. Saturday, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it out, so it is kind of a late Saturday, early Sunday morning recording of the episode, so I do apologize for that, but I hope everyone's been enjoying their weekend. Again, it's the long weekend here in Canada. Having the loss on Friday was not the best, but, you know, the season hasn't been the best either, and it's now the road to Bilbao. We are a couple days away. It's Sunday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days from the match. So we're almost there to the final. But couple things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do a short brief on the Chelsea match, catch up on some transfer windows, talk about the media towards what's going on with United, especially with former players. But before I get into all that, I want to wish the Manchester United Women's Club good luck. Technically today, it is now Sunday. But like I said, depending on where you are in time difference, it could be late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon as well. But yes, good luck to the women's today in the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Hopefully they do better than what we did on Friday. I hope for a repeat of the FA Cup. It was a great one last year. But again, all the best to them today, in winning that as well. And also good luck to them next week. They've got the Women's 7 tournament going on in Lisbon as well. So yeah, big week. A lot of stuff going on for the women's club this week. So best of luck to them. All right. Let's get to the juicy stuff. Is it really juicy? Not really. We lost 1-0 on Friday against Chelsea. We went with a stronger squad than I anticipated. Was it okay? I think the squad might be the starting squad for Bilbao against Tottenham. But listen, the first half was good. Listen, Chelsea has a reason to win. They're fighting for Champions League spot, which, it's tough. But they needed this win. It would have been nice for us to win. We've had our struggles as well. But overall, the first half I did like. You showed some competitiveness, a little bit of chaotic at one point and trying to control the ball. It seemed a little sloppy, but it got better for them. But Man United did have their struggle. The attack, again, is a struggle. And I know a lot of hate is going towards Rasmus Højlund, the way he's been playing. It hasn't been the greatest. There's definitely a few things going on. But yeah, it hasn't been the best for him. He's been definitely getting a lot of slack for the way his play has been for the last couple games. I know he's scored a couple goals recently, but at the same time too, it's been a struggle. But I was happy with Bruno and Casemiro in the middle as well. Substitutions were okay. We really need our D to be healthy. And I'm really hoping Euro is back. Yeah, I know it's going to be Euro, Maguire, hopefully Mazraoui. I feel like the attack going towards Tottenham will have to be different than it was against Chelsea. Just in the ways of, like, again, the back three. I know you had Mazraoui out on the wing this time against Chelsea, but I feel like he needs to be back in that back three. I think you need to get Ahmad as the right back as well. But listen, there's a few good things. Obviously, the free kick, Reece James, the kick, and Onana can do the goal, but Onana made some good saves. But overall, it just wasn't the best. The attempt at the attack at the end was just brutal. I don't know what Ugarte was thinking. A little hesitant there. Like when they get the ball in that attack, there definitely seems some issues. So, um, listen, it hasn't been an easy season for any person wearing the United shirt. It hasn't. Was I hoping for a win? Yes. Let's be honest. I was hoping for a win. But we're on the road now to Bilbao for the final. We're facing an English club, so I think what Amorim had to do Sunday is get his team out to see how well they can best compete against an English squad like Chelsea. So you have to get that there. And listen, it's again, I know a lot of people are going after Amorim and the hate and wishing that he gets sacked. Unfortunately, that's not how I'm looking at it. Listen, he came in with a squad that's not his. He's got one transfer. He needs time. He needs to build. Like when he came in, he was participating in 4 tournaments. If you're including the Premier League, you had the FA Cup, you had the EFL, and then you also had Europa, and then you had us going on. So he's not really getting an opportunity to try and build something. And I've repeated this on many episodes. There has been an improvement with the squad, and I know people were hoping for the manager bounce. And I think I kind of went into this last episode too, in previous ones. Like, just stop with it. Just like things need time. Things need to start working out. So you have to give them what it wants. I know everyone wanted the manager bounce and hope everything was going to work out. And it's not just fans. The media is going after it as well. So I'm kind of skipping away from the first segment here about from the Chelsea match, but that's like, listen, overall, the first, I would say 60 minutes of the game, Man United played well. They had opportunities. Things just didn't do well. Mason Mount, I was okay with him carrying the ball. I think he might be starting on Wednesday. If I'm doing it, and I'm going to do the lineup, my preview probably late Monday night. It's, how do I think of it? Like, I think he found the right things, and I know people are asking for a false 9. Like, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to talk about the preview on Monday, but I liked Mason Mount the way he played. Bruno was fine. Ahmad was okay. Garnacho, he was okay. He can stretch. Rasmus was not the best. Our D, which was Shaw, Maguire, and Lindelof. It was good to see Heaven back, which is good. That helps us with Wednesday. Dorgu played well. Dorgu, I think, fought very well. I think it was one of his best games. Listen, we have young players that are going to take time to develop, and it is what it is. But it's the game overall I was okay with. I wish we got the win. We had an opportunity, but unfortunately offside. But there wasn't just that one chance. There's other chances. So I think the attack again is going to struggle. So we will. It's our second last game. We're near the end. We have Aston Villa next weekend. Listen, the season is gone the way of the dodo, and we're not going to win anything now. Like, we're not winning anything now in the Premier League. I am rooting and hoping for a win at Europa, and I am going to be positive, because now I kind of want to start talking about what the media has been saying, what fans have been saying. Like, I still support this club no matter what. I am still going to be, whether we do this again next season, 16th, I'll still be supporting this club. But right now we have a final on Wednesday. We have a massive, massive game on Wednesday. And listen, is it going to be easy? God, no. I'm not expecting it to be easy. I expect it to be difficult, but I expect United to win. I do. I'm still supporting it. despite Rasmus's struggles, I think you know what, the way he plays in Europe, he plays very well. The way this team plays very well in Europe is there. But United have to play smart. They have to control the ball. But the way the fans, after the losses that we've had at United, especially in the last couple of weeks with the Premier League, the fans are two-faced. And the media is, I wouldn't say inciting it, but they're definitely massively contributing to the two sides. Listen, every fan, like, I'm pausing myself right now how to continue on with this segment because I had it all relayed in my head. We have a final Wednesday, and I know there's a small group that want to hammer him out. There's another small group that hope that we lose. There's another small group that never want to see these players again and don't care that we have a final and that whatever goes forward. I am well aware of the players that we have. I will still support the players that we have despite their faults. Do I believe that they can still help us win the Europa final? 150% yes. Leadership experience in these types of games are there. We have it. I know things haven't gone the right way for Amorim. It happens. Injuries. I know having Xerxes there, that would have been great. You know what? I did think of Xerxes during that Chelsea game, and I think the way sometimes there are those openings, I think Xerxes would have been great carrying that ball through. Listen, I think he would have been a great piece, especially his hold-up play. He can move the ball, his footwork, everything. But the way the support has been, I know you get excited that we win at Bilbao or we win and close out Bilbao and then we go and lose in the Premier League. It's, and then you have the pundits, Roy, Gary, Paul Scholes, I know they're legends, but they're just ripping everything apart. And I know the overlap was this week with Sean Dyche, and I know Sean Dyche made his comments about, what was going on. And listen, and the media, the same thing. The negativity is there. And I get everyone has an opinion, and negativity, and people can be negative. Again, the Premier League hasn't been the best, but let's be honest here. We're in a final. And I'm not trying to sound, like a broken record. Saying that fans can have their feelings. I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm just saying, we're going to a final. Move on from the Premier League. We've lost. We're at the bottom. Congratulations. You have now felt like what some United fans felt like in the damn 80s. Grow up and deal with it. I mentioned this, what was it, last episode, 2 episodes? I will happily go through this if it's going to lead to a Champions League or a Premier League in the future, like in the next 2 years. If I was told that if I had to finish 17th in the Premier League for Man United to win a Champions League and a Premier League in the next 5 years, I'll gladly take it. I would. If this is what it means for the road to go back to eternal glory, let's do it this way. And fans need to suck it up and understand that this is what pain is. This is what the pain was before Sir Alex created what many, like me, I'm going to say it. I'm pretty sure I've said it here in multiple episodes. I jumped on the bandwagon. That's why I had my favorites. I did like Beckham. He led me to this club. It's one of the first jerseys I bought. But of course I was kind of on the bandwagon. United was successful. Like, everyone that's here that's a United fan is there because of the success of this history in the last 35 years. 33 years. 33 years. And what do you want? You want it immediately that we're going to get that? We're going to get the Premier League, so we're going to get the Champions Leagues right away? Like, hate and everything you want about Liverpool winning their 20th title. They won their 20th title, whether it's Premier League or not. But this is similar to the struggles that United had. This was like the late 70s, 80s before Sir Alex. There was struggle. We were relegated in the 70s, ladies and gentlemen. We were, basically 50 years ago, we were relegated to second division. I guess many people didn't realize that because, some fans, I think, want to forget what the type of history is because they just want to focus on the Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, I had this episode to go. The history of this club is massive, and we have failed in this club through multiple times in history. Take a look, you'll see what's gone on. And I know there was probably negativity there. There was everything that was there. They even went after Sir Alex before everything turned right. But again, I'm sure many people when Amarin came in were hoping for the members bounce. They were hoping for what Ruud was doing when he came in. When Ruud took over after Ten Hag got fired, he had an impressive record. He did. Like, he drew against Chelsea. He had a couple wins, including one in Europe. But we had to take the manager that we needed. And he's here. I know he feels the pressure, and I know losing sucks, and I get upset when we lose. But in the end, I'm still going to support this club, and I'm not expecting us to lose. I'm not expecting us to, fall at our feet. But the way things are, the way this media has been, the way clubs have, the media lives off of United suffering, and so do pundits that are ex-players. They probably like talking about it. Hearing Gary Neville on the fan chat this week saying that he's worried that, your club's in a final. Cheer it on. There are positives. There is growth with what's going on. I know the record doesn't show it, but the growth of what Amarim has done since he came in here has improved. It has. There's signs there. But we're going into a final, and you're treating it as the world is ending. Basically, it's come out, and I know the way I've sounded is like a broken record. It's basically come out that United players, the club, don't have any support from ex-pundits, from ex-players who are now pundits, the media. It's all basically towering down as a fail. And if any players magically listen to this podcast, thank you, first of all. If you are listening, just who gives a fuck what they say? Just win it. Prove them all wrong. And I go back to something I said a couple of weeks ago. You can take this as a hot take. I think I said this when Wenger said that we shouldn't be in the Champions League by winning Europa because of the way we are in the Premier League. And I say this, I was like, one, the way the way these players have been shot on the last couple of weeks. Win the fucking thing. Win Europa and then go on to win the Champions League next year. Just as a 1 for glory, 2 for yourselves, 3 is just to say Roy Keane, Gary Neville, Arsene, anyone else that has criticized you guys, hoist it up in Europe and just say, here you go. There were struggles last year going into the FA Cup final. We won that. Pause for a moment. Congratulations to Crystal Palace on winning the FA Cup. All right. I forgot to give that was on earlier Saturday. But shout out to Crystal Palace on winning the FA Cup. Incredible. Good for you. I believe, and that is their first major trophy. So well done to all of them. Now back to our regular scheduled program. It's just win it. Everything that they're saying, use it as motivation. Sorry again for that pause earlier, but I wanted to give that shout out to Crystal Palace. But like I said, who win it. We had our struggles going into the FA Cup. We had our criticisms. We won. We're now in that tournament that we won because we were going to miss out on Europe, whatever. We won. We're in Europe. Now we're in that final by winning that trophy last year. Now let's win it and get into Champions League. Get the players that we need and then just go on. But first step is use the motivation. Think about Scholesy, Gary, Wayne Rooney, like Roy Keane. Use it all. Use all that motivation. When your ex-players have zero faith in you, and you use that as ammunition to win the whole fucking thing. Just do it. Like, win it for yourselves, win it for the club, win it for the fans, and win it just to throw it in their face, just to say, here we are. You doubted us, here we are. That's what I'm saying. That's it. And like the media, listen, the media thrive on the failures of United. That's not like if you watch ESPN FC, if you watch Sky, Talk Sports, they all thrive on it. Even some fan channels of United, like sometimes show lack of support. I've sometimes when those videos come out of losses and everything, you see, like, you know, and I know people are concerned about Wednesday. I still believe. Is there always going to be like a hesitation? Yes, that's part of life. But do I still believe that we can win the Europa League? 100%, yes. 150%, sorry. Don't want anyone to doubt that. I said 150%, I still believe. My apologies. Whether it's 100, 150, I'm still going to support this damn club. Like, I still believe they can win. Will it be a struggle? Maybe. But is there pressure? Yes. Do I want the players to win it for themselves? Yes. Do I want them to win it for Amarim? Yes. Do I want to win it for us, the fans? Yes. Do I want them in Champions League next year? Yes. Do I want them to win Champions League next year? 150%. And I mentioned it just a few moments ago on what the purpose was. But having this negativity, having the media, again, the pundits, bringing this into our culture, and having this doubt, and I'm well aware it's an all English final. Still show faith in your damn club. Still believe in the players. Still believe in Rasmus. Still believe in Bruno, Mount, Luke Shaw, Ugarte, and people. You know what? The two people that have been getting shit on the least recently, Rasmus and Ugarte. Listen, Ugarte is a good signing. He's struggled recently, and I've expressed some upsets before, but he's still a good signing. I still like him. He needs time. I think he needs sometimes time to adapt to the English Premier League, and I think it takes longer than others. Xerxes took time. I think these players are going to fight through. I really do. So, plenty of time. So, like, it's been a struggle, but Rasmus, I know mentally, and you know what? I would like Rasmus to stay one more season. I really do. I think this season, the change, the lack of service, I think ever since he came into that first season, it wasn't confidence or anything. I think sometimes just the players trying to give that attention, you know. I think there was something going on with him this season, and you know what? What was it? Yeah, he did his interview and I saw, you know, I think it was the beginning of last year when he did it on one fan channel. I think it was a United stand that I believe it was. I believe that was last summer, yeah. And the hate that he fucking got for that. I think him being injured in the preseason, him doing that interview, just started rubbing people off the wrong way. I was 100. Like, there are players that have been on that thing before, and you know, I've never seen it, but the way things were with that before and people not liking it, that annoyed me a little bit. obviously the preseason trying to get himself back, get himself familiar. Like, he plays well in Europe, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I know he's only got 4 goals in the Premier League, but he's got 6 goals in Europa. He's been playing well in Europa. He plays well in Europe. What is it, 11 goals that he has in Europe? 11 goals with United in Europe. Pretty good in his first 2 seasons. And listen, I think I made a comment to someone. I can't remember who it was, or in my mind it might have been, but I believe that Rasmus can finish off, like, he could finish off with the most goals in Europa. It's right now him and Bruno going into this final. For all we know, Bruno gets a hat trick or Rasmus gets a hat trick on Wednesday. You know what? I would love for Rasmus to get a hat trick. Rasmus, if you're somehow magically listening to this, 1, thank you. 2, just get a hat trick. Believe in yourself and score and win it. Like, just win it. Bruno, everyone, just show support to your teammates. Use the motivation of everything that's been going on with this club. Use that motivation and win. Just use it as motivation and win. Just forget what the pundits are saying. Forget what the media is saying. Forget what your fan base is saying. Just win it for the club and win it for yourselves. The fans are going to benefit from it, but just win it. Like, get us back into Champions League. Show it there. Close it out. That's all I'm saying. That a little bit of a rant. I'm sorry. That went longer than expected. A little all over the place. So, yeah. Summer transfers, obviously. I was just reviewing a few things to catch up on. Liam Delap is still going on. Everyone's waiting to see if United win. I know Gyökeres, Delap, they're all waiting to see. I just saw something on Talk. Apparently there's talks of Rasmus and Xerxes being sold to Italy and potentially taking a loss. I saw that on, Team Talk. Listen, I like Xerxes. I think his hold up and his foot skills are great, and he was looking fabulous up until his injury, especially ever since he got booed. So give him time. I think him as a number 10, especially as a rotational number 10, I think will be great. Especially when you're playing Cunha, if we land Cunha. So like it'll be good to have, because again, you can have him, a healthy Mount. And there's rumors of Mount being on loan, like where it's probably the MLS, the Swiss league, who knows? But Xerxes should stay. I do believe that. Give him chances at 10, playing in the 10, learning the system the way Ruben wants it. Have him rotate with Cunha, or with Bruno or Garnacho. Garnacho might be sold this summer, but you want to make sure you have depth pieces. That's the problem. Like, again, we had our window, our transfer window in January. We got rid of pieces and we didn't get anything back to help our attack. We got rid of Anthony. We got rid of Rashford. We didn't get anything back for an attack to help us. So that sucked. But we can't do what we did in January this summer, where we get rid of, Xerxes, we get rid of Rasmus, and we're only bringing in Delap and hoping that Obi is fine and hoping that Gyökeres is there. You're going to have to keep Xerxes. You may have to keep Rasmus. I think the way we've been reacting, one, these players are not Amarims. One, they need time to learn. And this off season, you have to get it there. I know we're going to Asia right after. Dallo, Bruno have the Nations League the following week. But you have that time piece off, and then you want to give your squad time to prepare. You want to make sure that they're learning the system, they're good to go. You want to make sure everything is building correctly with this squad, and it needs time. You need the preseason. You need everyone healthy. I hope Rasmus is staying so he can learn, especially with, hold up play, moving the ball well. Xerxes, who can be more familiar with number 10, getting himself more familiar in that role and playing as well. But I think getting rid of both is a mistake. You may have to get rid of one or the other. I hope Xerxes is staying, but if Rasmus is the one to go, he has to go. If you're bringing in Delap, because again, you're going to be moving him to a 10, not a striker, for Xerxes. And then if you can bring Gyökeres as well, but again, we can't go into this situation where it's we get rid of players, but we're not replacing them, and I feel like that may be a concern for this off season. So, yeah, and listen, we have so much going on. Again, I can't really say much about the transfer window until what happens after Wednesday, because the transfer window opens up next weekend. Next Sunday is the first day of the pre-whatever transfer window before the FIFA Club World Cup, which is going on. So we'll see what happens. It's, again, I've mentioned it before, I can't predict what happens because we never know. We don't know how things are going. One day it's up, one day it's down, one day it's to the left, it's to the right, it's on a diagonal, it's north south, east to west, it's northeast west, it's southeast west, it's southwest west, southwest north. It's any direction with the transfer window. But I know Jacuri from Lyon, if he is there, I know he's cheap, 20 million, I believe, is the asking price. You can bring him in as a number 10. Again, striker, 10s, and mid, I think are key. I know we're going to have people back healthy. I know Euro's going to be there. We're going to need D because, again, Lindelof is gone. But with Lindelof gone, you're going to have room for Harry Amos, Fredrickson to be brought in. Cheeto Obi will be brought in for development. Aiden Heaven is there. So you have pieces that are going to be there ready to go. You're going to need veteran presence. Look to the free transfer. So you can have that there. Ericsson's gone too, so you're going to need more mid as well. You're going to need an extra mid just because of Casemiro. Toby Collier, I know he was great, but he was injured, so we want to make sure he's healthy, ready to go. And then you have Bruno and Ugarte and Menu. So right now there's a concern with depth of midfield. So because going into next season, it's Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno, and Toby Collier. Bruno is going to be used everywhere. He's either going to be used in the 8, he's going to be used at the 10 there, but you're going to need pieces there to help. So another 1 or 2 midfielders will be there. Because again, our 10s are going to be Cunha. I forgot Mazraoui, but Mazraoui can bring out the wing. You're also going to have Diego Dallo, so our D is there. Diego Dallo is going to be used as a wing back. You're going to have Ahmad there. Chances are you're going to have Ahmad, Xerxes. To be fair, if we bring in Delap, we keep Xerxes. If those guys can combine and work together on developing the hold-up play with Cheeto Obi, I think we might be fine. It's going to take time, but listen, it can go on for hours, but I'm going to leave it there for tonight's episode. You know what? I didn't do my players of the rating before. What was it? Who did we lose to? Yeah, we lost to West Ham last week. No one really stood out to West Ham last week. I would think for Chelsea, I would definitely think Dorgu, Mason Mount, were fine. And Ahmad. I would say those were my 3 out performances. West Ham was just all around bad. So, but yeah. Again, good luck to the women today in the FA Cup final. I know it's in a couple hours, so it's in a couple hours from where I am. It's in about 7 hours ish my time. So hopefully I get to find a way to watch it. So good luck to the women. I really hope for a repeat for them. And then good luck to the women on the women's 7, which is starting next week. So in Portugal. So keep an eye on that as well. But again, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. I'll be back Monday. And yes, it will be like Monday release. So keep an eye on that. So we have that Monday. Gonna probably spend more time into this because again, we're playing Tottenham. It's an all English final. Lots of things to discuss with that going on, especially when you're predicting a squad. And again, we don't know what the squad is going to be like because again, we're waiting on status updates of Euro. The lit having Aiden Heaven back is key. That's good for depth. Having Luke Shaw, Mount, like it's hard to predict what the attack is going to be. And again, guys, with all the crap that's been going on, just don't give up on this team. Just don't. Show your support. You can be criticism. You can provide criticism. You can have an opinion, but do not give up. Do not fall in for what the ex-players are saying, what the media are saying. Like, show support. Don't quit. Like, we're going into the biggest game of our season, especially in the last couple of years. So remember this: 4 finals in 3 years, ladies and gentlemen, and we're in a European final. Our last European final was our loss to Villarreal. So please remember that. So, again, this is a struggled season, but if you can make it through this, listen, the sky's the limit now. You can only go up, right? I know people fear relegation. I always a struggle with that word. It's Sunday morning. I need to go to bed. No, but yeah, enjoy the episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit up a comment too. I always appreciate some feedback. Whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or or Apple Podcasts, Instagram. Don't hit a follow. Whether so Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Hit a follow. I'll get some posts out. But it's on the way to Bilbao now. It's Europa, here we come. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're in Canada, enjoy the rest of your long weekend. I will be back Monday night with a new episode previewing the Europa final. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.